Good morning, everybody. Well, today is the second day of our on the West Highland Way, and we just left the town of Drummond, and that's it down there. I'm gonna flip the camera on so you can take a look at it in the valley. Hold on. Yeah, so that's Drummond down there, and that's where we spent the night last night. And what we did is we came all the way around this way, and then we started climbing uphill. We came all the way uphill. This is where we're at now. There's some more hikers coming up. Yeah, so today we have a 15-mile day, and we go up and over Conic Hill. So Conic Hill is after Drummond, and it's probably the toughest climb on the trail. I think it is the toughest climb on the trail, because Ben Nevis is the tallest mountain in the UK, but it's off trail. So we'll probably climb that one when we get all the way up north, closer to the end. Otherwise, Conic Hill is the tallest on the trail. And that'll be for today. We had a good breakfast, good conversations, and we're heading northbound on the West Highland Way in Scotland. All right, I will end it here and pick it up later. All right. Hey guys, I am back. We are getting close to about 4 miles in already of our 15-mile hike for today here on the West Highland Way in Scotland. And just wanted to point out that I wanted you to see this forest that's been replanted years ago, because for many decades, a couple hundred years, Scotland was bare, you know. They didn't have any forests up here, so forests had to be replanted. And so that's been an ongoing effort for these past, I don't know, 30, 40 years, 50 years maybe. But I'll spin the camera around so you can take a look at this beautiful forest that they've been planting here in Scotland. Okay, so you can't see it here, but when you look out at some of these pine trees, they're in a perfect row. And they had to be replanted. You know, we were listening to a guide, and he was saying that when the Romans came here, they described Scotland as being very forested. Everywhere you went, it was really thick forest. Really thick forest. And now, when you see some sections of Scotland, they're like bare. There's no forest. Look at this nice little stream here. Yeah, they were saying that there's no water in this area. I see plenty of water. It's a matter of going down and getting it and then filtering it. But yeah, the forests, and we've seen them, these pine trees that were replanted, some of them are still in a perfect line that they were put in when they were planted. But in the first part, like yesterday's hike, we didn't see a lot of forest. We didn't see a lot of forested area. It was just open pastures, and you'll see from my videos, open pastures where the ranchers and the farmers are grazing their sheep or cattle. But here we've entered some of these replanted forests, which are beautiful, and you can smell the pine and all the different green trees and bushes. They're just filling up the air with these beautiful smells. And we've been seeing these flowers everywhere. They're everywhere here in Scotland. Anyway, just wanted to point that out and show you this beautiful forest. All right, I will end it here. Pick it up later. Looks like I got to make a turn here. All right. Hey guys, I am back. Well, looks like we're just about to reach Conic Hill. That's it right there. And you can see hikers way up there beginning their climb. It's not a real tall climb. I think altogether it's like a 700-foot ascent, something like that. I'll look it up to get the exact number. But I think we're going to take a break right before the big climb, and then hit it with fresh legs. But it's pretty. It's a pretty hill. Pretty nice. See, here's some more water. They were saying that there was very little water here by Conic Hill, but there was no water. Nice little bridge. Beautiful little stream. I'm going to zoom in on those hikers way up there, starting their climb once I get up here. Yeah, you can see them. Right up there. Right up there. Oh, right there. Okay, so that's where we're heading. But like I said, we'll take a break before we start the big climb. And then we'll start it with fresh legs. Okay, signing off for now. We'll pick it up at the top of the mountain. And I am back. Okay, so we started our ascent of Conic Hill, and if I could slow down and zoom in on some of those hikers up there, you can see I'm way up there already. So like I said, it's not a huge ascent, not like the Sierra Nevada, but still a good climb. It's going to get your heart racing. It just doesn't last long. But it's beautiful here. Look at these hills here. Beautiful. Well, I guess I will pick it up once I get closer to the top, or at the top. All right. Hey guys, coming up over this ridge, over this mountain, we get a view of Loch Lomond, Loch Lomond, or Loch Lomond. We're gonna hike along this lake on this coast right there, the lakeside. The trail follows it for about at least, I don't know, 7 or 8 miles, maybe a little bit more. But look at how beautiful it is. Beautiful lake, Loch Lomond. I'm hoping you can hear me with this wind. But Loch Lomond, this is the loch. Beautiful, right? And then look at this hillside. Wow. Scotland definitely has beauty. It's going to be more beautiful when they finally get this forest back in here. Very nice. I got some more trail. It's all downhill from here. Tiny bit of a climb and then it's all downhill after this. We got to get off this mountain. Beautiful. Okay, we'll pick it up in a bit. Yeah, we made it to the top and I started heading down and realized, oh, I didn't take any video from the top. But it was beautiful. I took a lot of pictures though and some panoramic shots, and I'll include them in the video. But now we're on our way down to the town of Balmaha. Balmaha is a town that sits below Conic Hill. And I got all these rocks as steps, so I got a little bumpy video here. It's pretty nice up there, but you can't stay up there for very long because the wind is blowing, and with that wind blowing, it's cold. It blows the heat right out of you. Wow, look at how far down these people have gone. Isn't that crazy? All the way down there. Well, we'll be there in a little bit. Long way down, but we'll get there. And look at this island here. Some farmer has made a ranch out of that island. He's got a dock and everything. Pretty nice. Again, this is Loch Lomond. And we're going to be hiking along the lakeside, heading northbound that way. So, we'll be there in a bit. Alright, signing off. We'll pick it up when we get into the town of Balmaha. Okay. Hey guys, I am back. Just came down to this little terrace right here where we could look out at the same views from way up at the peak. Because up at the peak you can see all of this. Pretty nice. Like a nice little terrace. This is a really good spot for a break. Actually, even a campsite if you wanted to camp. It's beautiful. Beautiful mountainside too. Here comes the caterpillar. Wow. That is way, way up there. My knees feel it.
Yeah,
that's a beating on your knees coming down.
That's what I said. It's a whole different set of muscles.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we're going to go down and grab a cup of coffee in town. Start heading up north a little bit. Hey guys, I am back, and we made it to the town of Balmaha. That's where we got off Conic Hill. Had some coffee here, had some cake, nice little shop there. gift shop. And they have this park here where you can take a break, relax, take a nap if you want. There's the hill up here, Conic Hill. Nice little town to resupply. This beautiful tree over here. It's massive. Okay, we're going to start heading out. So I will end it here and we'll pick it up later. Hey, our first real water crossing. How about that? They said there was no water this side of the trail. Beautiful. It's going right in the lake. Okay. And this is the prize that we get for getting up and over Conic Hill. You get to walk on this beautiful beach. It's a rocky beach. It's a rocky beach, but it's really pretty. Beautiful. I wish it was just a tad bit warmer. I'd go in the water. Still a little chilly out here to be going in the water. That's ice water. Ice water. Okay, pick it up in a bit. And we're back. Yeah, I just wanted to point out that we left the beach area for this beautiful old forest that's just turning so green. Springtime has arrived in Scotland. It's beautiful here. Here's our trail. There's a caterpillar behind me. And this amazing forest. And if you look, all these trees look like they have the same thickness. It's because they were all planted around the same time. You can't see it here, but when you line up in a certain spot, you can see how they make a straight line. And some of them do. Like right there, you could possibly see how they're all straight. It's interesting. And it's nice to see that they're putting back the forests here in Scotland. Okay, just wanted to point that out. Alright, we'll pick it up in a little while.